Hey guys, it's your girl Londyn, and today we are doing another Resurrection Shadowday. So if you want to see which palette we're resurrecting from the grave, then stick around because we're getting right into it. Guys, our resurrected palette for today is something that is special, but also recently discontinued. So some of you may have just purchased this palette, and some of you guys may have had this palette for a while, and then there may be a host of you who are just lusting after this palette and maybe are looking to find it on a third-party site so you can get your hands on it. And what I'm talking about is the one and only Natasha Gold. So this is the Natasha Denona Gold Palette, and this little bad boy was released in 2018. So she is 4 years old, just made it to 4 years old, and she is lovely. This palette has the leather that Natasha had gone to at this time, and as you can see, it is in gold. It says Natasha Denona Gold Palette right here. I'm trying not to blind you guys with it, but it has the embossing right there. And then inside, although it was nice, Natasha was still using these things. Now it does have a mirror, but she's still using these plastic things. You could take them out, but then you would lose the names of the shades. You could leave it in, but then it created quite a little bit of a tizzy doing that. The shades in this palette are absolutely gorgeous, and I have to say, I am ashamed to say that I have probably had this palette for 3 years and I have never used it. Today was the first time I even swatched it, and I feel so bad because it's discontinued now. What I did like about the leather palettes was that you could bend it all the way back. That did make it nice so that we can hold it like this when you're using it, and you don't have to kind of like try to maneuver it between two fingers. So today we are going to get right into the look-see-loo, okay? Let's see what we can do with this look. I have something in mind. We'll see how it turns out. You know how it goes. Sometimes it turns out the way you want it to. Sometimes it just doesn't. Not sure if I said it already, but this was $129. So these midi palettes, as they call them, at the time, because this is what they had, were $129. Now we have the true midi palettes, which are the $65 palettes that she has coming out. And these are kind of the secondary size, because you have the huge ones that are $239, I believe. You have the $129 ones. She did have a $169 one, which was a star palette. She has the $65 ones, and then she has the $25 ones. And then she also has, somewhere in between the mini palettes, she has her original 5 pan palettes. I believe those are $45, $49, somewhere in there. So she has a lot of variety of palettes as far as how many shades come in each one, and a variety of prices. She recently has seemed to be sticking with the midis, the kind of $65 price range, and the minis, which are the $25 price range. So I think that that's where her brand is going to stay at as far as moving forward with any future palettes. So as you guys know, I will put the palette somewhere up here so that you guys can see it. But we are going to first do something that usually I don't do, but we're going to go into this kind of mid-toned brown, and this is very powdery. It's kind of like the ABH palette, and I did already prime my eyes, and we're just going to go over the whole lid. And usually this is not something that I do because I like my primer to be wet and sticky when I put on my eyeshadow, but I just really want to use these shades because, like I said, I haven't used them to date, and now I'm in the mood to use them, and I want to see what some of these shades look like. This is at least to me, when I'm looking here on my monitor, I have to see it when I review the footage, but this is kind of like almost my skin tone. So this is a nice, if you like to lay down powders before you get set into your true eyeshadow look and you're my complexion, this shade will be a really nice one. Let me actually see now. The problem with bending it back is you also have the plastic cover, so you can't see the names. You have to kind of bend the plastic cover over, and that is the color Sandstone. And so that was really nice. But as you can see, I really hate that little swishy thing we got going on there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the color Dijon. And this is a kind of mustard yellow color. Or I'd say muted mustard yellow. And we're going to just go windshield wipery throughout the crease. And for this being a 4-year-old palette, this is still working beautifully. And to be honest with you, with the Natasha Denona formula, I wouldn't expect it to be dudded out by 4 years. I know some people don't like her formula. I know her formula at the beginning, it was hard to kind of pin down if you liked it or not because she was constantly changing her formula. So it was hard to say whether you did or you didn't, because depending upon which palette of hers you had used, you may not like that formula, but that might not be her current formula. So to me, it really just depended, but this is a beautiful color. These are blending beautifully, and I think that her shadow formula is definitely holding up and is superior to most of the things on the market, in my opinion. I think that they just tend to kind of blend themselves out really, really nicely. Next, what we're going to do is we are going to go in, I think we're going to do a bit of a halo eye today. So, shouldn't I? Alright, we're going to go in, and I might regret this in the end. We're going to go in with Python, and Python is one of those deep teal blue greens that can tend to be very hard to formulate and can really just mess up a look, and I may be messing this up as we speak, but I'm going to go ahead and just take the little risk, because why not? It's makeup, it can wash off. And I'm going to just go in with this color with Python, and this is a really, really pretty color, and I did not expect to use this color at all on this look today. This is not what I had in mind, but then sometimes you just get to your look and you're just compelled to just do something a little bit more. I mean, since we're here, you might as well use some of the Kapow shades, right? Then let's try to connect this a little. Sometimes I connect my halo eyes to create the halo. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do more of like a, I don't know, a spotlight eye, a river eye, because it doesn't have the halo on it, and sometimes I do. What I like about halo eyes is that they look kind of messy at the beginning. But hopefully in the end they all come together. They tend to do that. But it's just because you're kind of laying down the halo color at first, and then having to go back in and kind of do the blending and all that. So to me it kind of reminds me of like a cut crease, where a cut crease is kind of messy work at the beginning, and then once you get into it, it all comes together. What I hate trying to do is trying to reach that very inner corner, especially on this side. Sometimes I have a hard time with that, which is why I like this Wayne Goss pencil brush, and this is in the number 20. I really, really love my Wayne Goss brushes. I have two sets. I have his very first set, and then the holiday set he came out with afterwards. I really wish he would release those again, because I thought those are beautiful, beautiful sets. Okay, so we're going to leave that right there for a second, and we're going to go in, and we're gonna get, where are the brushes when you need them? Am I right? Alright, we're gonna get this, not Natasha Denona, this Anastasia Beverly Hills, this dual-ended brush that came with one of her palettes. I typically don't use these, but this is actually a really good one, and I'm just going to really try to blend this a little bit. I'm trying to blend and blow out at the same time, because I want it to be a little hazy here in the corners. So I'm just using this brush. This brush is really good to do that type of work, to kind of get in there and blow it out. And that is kind of the good thing about colors like this, is they tend to stick, as you see. They tend to stick and they blow out really easily, really nicely. Now we will go back and we will do some cleanup work, so don't you worry. We will get back to that. If you guys are interested in the foundation that I'm wearing today, this is a new one that just hit the market. So if you guys want to, I will leave the card up in the top, so you guys can see this if the video is already posted. If it's not, then the best way to ensure that you find out about this brand new foundation is to hit the subscribe button and notification bell, and that will make sure that you are notified of all my new videos that are coming up. and you will not miss the video reviewing this foundation and kind of getting my thoughts on it. So I know it looks a little wild, it looks a little crazy, because it's looking a little wild and crazy to me too, but I promise this is going to come together. We're going to make this work. You have to take chances with makeup. Is okay. As you can see, some of it's already running down here, so we're just going to go ahead and help that out. Put that kind of partially underneath the eye. Alright. Just going to put that down for a little secchi. And then what we're going to do is we're going to look at what we're going to put in the center of our lids. So the center of our lids, we're going to go in with... Oh, wow. Actually, this is really pretty, too. I thought I knew what I was going in with the center of lids with, but... Okay, Lime Chrome, I think is what we're going to go in with. Oh, but there's this beautiful blue called Aurora, but Lime Chrome is what we're going to go in with. And this is just this beautiful multi-chrome, if you can see that. Ooh, very pretty. And look at that. That is gorgeous. And just beautiful. Those reflects of gold, green, blue. Oh my god. They're just absolutely beautiful. So make sure I pack on a lot. I do take it up to the halo part because you guys know that I have hooded eyes. So halo or no halo, that shadow needs to go towards the crease. Look at that. That is just beautiful and gorgeous. I just absolutely love it. Loves it a ton. I know that some people don't like Natasha Denona's multi-chromes and dual chromes because they say that although they're nice for what they are, that they just don't compete with the indie market. Now, I do not have like indie makeup like that, so I've seen other videos on indie makeup and they do have beautiful duochromes, multi-chromes. So that might be something this year that I look to expand upon and explore, is those. Now look at this. Just look at that. Is absolutely freaking beautiful. Wowzers. Wowzers, 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 wowzers. That is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's beautiful. Okay, so let's now, we're going to go down to the lower lash line. We're just going to take this Lunar Beauty brush and we're going to take the color Aurora, which is a sparkly shade. And we're going to run Aurora all the way under the eye. Now, some people don't want a sparkly shade on the lower lash line, but I think that it can really just add a little something. We are going to blow it out with another color, but I think that it can just be a little bit of a eye grabber when you do that. I just can't get over how gorgeous that color is. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to take this other Lunar Beauty brush. Let's take this one instead. This is the LBE3. And we're going to take the color Log. And this is just a brown. I'm going to go a little light-handed with it. And we're just going to put Log underneath Aurora. So we are pulling this down a little low, because we want to buff it underneath instead of being with it. I know it looks a little sloppy right now, but we are going to go ahead and buff it out with another brush in a second. This is probably going to need lashes, right? Because this is looking slightly scary. Oh my gosh, let me see. Let me find my JH30 brush, which you guys know is my ultimate favorite blending brush. And let me give it a little blend out, because we are looking slightly scary. Oh, you gotta love makeup. You gotta love when you're taking chances with makeup and you're like, do I trust the process? Do I wash it off and turn around? Trust the process or wash it off and turn around? I always say trust the process Again, even if it doesn't come out like how you want it, it's still going to be a learning experience of what you don't want, what you do want, and how you want to get it done. Okay. And now we're going to go back to the top, and we're going to go in with a medium size brush. We're going to go with this Wayne Gloss number 19 brush, and we're going to go back in, and we're going to take that Dijon, and with Dijon, we're going to go back to the top of this, and we're just going to blend some of these edges out with Dijon, just to kind of help the blowout, help soften them a bit, and have it be more cohesive than what it was before. So this is the blended out one, this is the non-blended out one. Because sometimes people don't kind of see the benefit in doing that, but there really is a benefit in going back in and using another color to help you blend out the edges, especially of a color like this with this deep turquoise blue. There's definitely a benefit to doing that and to ensuring that you have smoothness, which is what we have now. So now we have smoothness in our look. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go back and we're going to take the Lunar Beauty brush in, which one is this? The LBE7. And we're going to go into Aria. And this is what we're going to put in our brow bone. This is kind of a peachy brown. Hoping it's not too deep, but there's not really another lighter color in here except for this white kind of snow glitter, and we're not doing that. So we're just going to try to add a little bit of light back to the brow with this. Okay. And like I said, this palette just got discontinued this past year in 2021. So you probably can still find new ones on a third-party website, people who just bought them to sell them third-party. And I feel like, because Natasha like taking them off, put them on, taking off, put them on. I feel like maybe she might still have a few left that she'll put on during like another holiday sale or 4th of July sale or something like that. Okay, and now we're going to go in and we're going to figure out what we want to do for our inner corner highlight, and we're going to go back in with another Lunar Beauty brush. This is the LBE6. I think for this one, we are going to go into Brass. We're going to go into Brass right here. And that's a really pretty gold color. And that itself has a bit of a shift too. So make sure we pull it down a bit. Then we'll go back in and we'll smooth this out to you like we always do. We always make our little C, pull it down so that the light can hit all of it. And what we're going to do is we're going to brush that off with our color switch, and then we're going to go back in. I'm going to make sure these edges are also nice and soft. Really, I feel like makeup is just all about blending, unless you purposely want the edges to be there. It's just all about getting a nice blend in. And of course, you don't have to pull it this far down if you don't want to. I just particularly like it. I think it just adds to the look, but it's not for everybody, so you don't have to do it. Excellent, perfect. So I'm going to go do my lashes, do a little lip, do a little liner, come back, and we are going to chat about this look and see how we like it. So I'll be back in 2 shakes. Alright, so we're finished with our entire look. Let me get closer so you guys can see this. Oh, you guys are shaking it up. This is the look we came out with. How do you guys like it? What do you think about it? I think it's very pretty. I just really love that multi-chrome. I think that is just so pretty. So the things that we used on our face were the Give Them Lala Beauty mascara. This is even starting to rub off where it tells you what it is. So sad but true. If you guys know, you know. I love this wand. It's so nice. I know you'd think, what's the difference between wands? It just has this gradient of bristles that go from slightly longer to shorter. It's in this bullet format. It's just so nice to get everywhere. It doesn't get things gunky. The formula is just so nice. It's like you've already had it for like 2 weeks, and you put it in, pull it out. It's not too liquidy. It's not too dry. It is absolutely just perfect. It's my favorite mascara right now at the moment. I've been using it 4 months continuously, and it is just perfect. The next thing that I did was I lined my eyes, of course. So the upper lash, I used the Natasha Denona Microblade Liquid Liner, and this is in the color, well, it's black, but black. So it's this one right here. This is nice. This is a very, very black liner. I know you may say, well, aren't all liners black? This is black, black. They're not all created equally. You can hear the little ball inside. This is very liquidy when you put it on. If you mess up with this, it's a wrap. You have to start over. You have to wipe it off. Everything has to come undone because it smudges like crazy while it's wet. But if you can get your line nice and precise, it dries matte, but it is just so deep and black. It's very, very pretty. You know what? I just noticed this look is kind of reminding me of the ColourPop look we did. That was that jungle themed one. Kind of reminds me of that. For my inner water rim on the bottom, I use this peach fuzz color from ColourPop, and this is just a peach, especially right here in the center, just to give it more of a wide-eyed open look because the look is so dark. On the bottom lash, in the actual waterline, I use this color called Aglow, and this is actually from the collection where I say that this eye kind of looks similar to what I did with ColourPop. And this is just a bright green liner. I thought it would be nice to kind of just match the multi-chrome. And then what I use in the Tightline, the upper, so it actually gets hard because you have to do it up like this, was this ColourPop Fast Lane, and this is a deep kind of very foresty green, just to kind of play off the black, so it didn't look just black. You would just kind of get hints of that kind of darker green with it. And then I lined my lips with my BFF3 from ColourPop liner. This is my absolute favorite liner. Love it to death. Oh, need to get more. And then the lipstick I did was Cal Walking, and this is from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is just a mid-tone nude color, and I just love, love, love this color. And that was it. I know I thought I would put on some lashes, but I used my lash curler, and you guys know I enjoy lashes. I have them. The velour magnetic ones are my absolute favorite, but I don't like fuss. I don't like muss. It's not like I'm wearing this out and about anywhere. So I really wanted to try to make it work with just mascara, because there are a lot of people out there who are not going to do the lashes. They want the look, but they don't want the lashes. And so I think lashes would make this look a little more dramatic. I do want to make sure that it can really stand on its own too, because sometimes people do looks and then it looks better with the lashes, or they mess up and the lashes make the look. Lashes save all looks, but I really want to just see how it can stand on its own. I think it was able to stand on its own with just mascara, and I did do 3 coats of the mascara, made sure I got them from bottom to tip, you know, made sure everything was coated nicely to make sure I could get the most length and fullness that I could out of the look to kind of represent a lash without actually having to have a lash. So guys, we are done. We have finished. It is what it is. Let's talk about the palette. The gold palette. Ugh, RIP. So we use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We use 7 shades, and this is a 5, 10, 15 pan palette. So a 15 pan palette, we use 7 shades. Call it even. It's about half the palette. So as you guys know, I like to be able to use at least 50% of the palette for me personally to feel like the palette was worth it, and we did that. So it's worth it, but unfortunately it's just not around to buy anymore unless Natasha has a few in the back stock room and puts them out at some time throughout the year. But because it did just go discontinued, like I said, you may be able to find some fresh new ones that have never been used from third-party sites like Mercari, eBay if you use it. I don't really use eBay. What is that other one? Can't really think of it, but I'll try to find some of these. I'll try to link some of them down below in case you are looking for some of them. I will put them down below to see if you guys maybe can search and see if you find some at a reasonable price to get. So guys, tell me how you like the look. Tell me if you have the gold palette. Do you enjoy it? If you don't have it, do you have FOMO? Or are you okay not having it? How did you like this duochrome, multi-chrome motif we have going on here? Let me know down below. Don't forget, if you want to see this foundation kind of review that I have, look either in the card if it is already out. If it's not, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and notification bell. Also, if you enjoyed this video, give me 2 very enthusiastic thumbs up, not 1 but 2, and hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you can get all my new uploads and you don't miss a single one. Also, if you don't follow me, go to Instagram, follow me at Londyn see what I do when I'm not here with you on the YouTubes, and head over to TikTok, follow me at official Londyn to see what I do over there also. So guys, I love you. I always appreciate you spending your Saturdays with me. This is so exciting, so fun. I really love this. Let me know how you guys are enjoying this series. And guys, until next time, I hope you guys have a beautiful Saturday. I hope you're able to do something that you really enjoy, whether that's sleeping, whether that's getting in some binge watching of things, whether that's sitting outside and reading a book, because it happens to be a nice day wherever you are. I hope you get to enjoy your Saturday in the way that you'd like to enjoy it. And until next time, guys, I love you, I miss you, and I will see you on the flip side. I love you guys.